It is time to come clean and actually talk about how I moved to Dubai. I have been in Dubai now for 5 years, and when I say 5 years, I mean literally 5 years. So I moved to Dubai in 2019, and I remember that day like it was just yesterday. It all started because my parents wanted me to study abroad. They wanted me to study in a place that was very conservative, very safe, somewhere that they could sleep knowing that their child was in good hands. And when I think back to if they made the best decision for me, if I'm being very, very honest, I don't think that it was the best. I'm very grateful for it, but I feel like I could have maximized my potential and maximized the skills that I wanted in a different part of the world. But it's always that thing about like, you have to just trust in God and the plan that He is giving to you. But I just wanted to create this video because I know that this story time is long overdue. A lot of times people ask me on my TikTok, what do I do in Dubai? How did I come to Dubai? Dubai this, Dubai that. So in this video, I just want to come clean about everything. I'm going to come clean about how much I spent to move to Dubai. I'm going to come clean about the process that I moved. I am going to come clean about the process that I used to move to Dubai. So if you're an international student or you're someone in any other part of the world and you've been asking yourself, okay, how much does it actually cost to move to Dubai and how easy is it to move to Dubai, then this video is definitely for you. So this video that I am creating today is one of my most commented videos on TikTok. Every time I post content about Dubai or I post advice about Dubai or I just speak about Dubai, the one question I get is, how did you move to Dubai? How much did you spend as a student in Dubai? So I just wanted to use this video to address all of those questions that I have. And also feel free to shoot me more questions in the comment section if there are more videos that you would want me to create, or if there are any questions that you guys have. Also, the hotel gave me this really cute scarf, so I'm just going to put it around my body because my hotel room is actually kind of cold. So yeah, just to make me cozy. All right, so let's get into the story time. So as I said at the start of the video, I moved to Dubai in 2019, and funny enough, I moved to Dubai to study for a chemical engineering degree. So I graduated July 3rd this year with the first class in finance. Literally, I tell people that Dubai was so nice. Through my engineering program that I did when coming to Dubai, that was actually what gave me the scholarship that I have been able to use throughout my entire studies in Dubai. So what happens here is that when you're coming for an undergraduate degree in Dubai, not all colleges do this, but mine does this, require you to do some kind of foundation. And especially if you are coming from like a school in Nigeria or a school from like a third world country, this is just what I have noticed. They usually require you to do some kind of foundation engineering. And it's not even just about being a third world country. It's about like you have necessary exams like your SAT or TOEFL or IGCSE. And for me, I only did SAT. So it was kind of required for me to do foundation program before pursuing an undergraduate in chemical engineering. So I came in 2019 to study a foundation engineering program. If your foundation engineering grades are really high, you can actually be given a certain percentage scholarship that you can use to study for the next undergraduate program that you choose. Just to add, this program is for a year. So thank God, through my hard work, dedication, and I was able to actually get a scholarship. Now, there are different levels of the scholarship. It can be the 50% merits, there can be the 35%, the 25%. And the crazy part is that this scholarship is not just taken in just 1 year. It is spread across every single academic year. So let's say that you have like a 50% scholarship to study software engineering. Your scholarship for software engineering is going to be spread across the 4 years that you're going to study that program for. So it's not like, okay, each semester they're going to immediately like take out the 50%. No, it is usually spread across the entire academic year. And there are also some terms and conditions that are linked to this academic scholarship. So they have things like you need to maintain the same grade that you started with. So for me, I got the scholarship on a GPA of above 3.8. So that means I had to keep on maintaining that GPA until I was done with uni for this scholarship to continue to remain relevant and applicable for me. Okay, so moving on to the part that I know you guys want to hear about, how much was it? I'll be very honest with you. For the foundation engineering program that I took, as of then, the price was 51,000 dirhams for 1 year. But I don't know if the price has increased depending on the discipline. For my discipline, it was engineering. So for engineering, it was 51,000. I am not sure if this differs if you're going for a business, accounting, or even finance discipline. And just to mention, this 51,000 dirhams is excluding visa payment, medical payment. It does not include any of that. So in terms of your medical travel and visa payment, what happened for me is that I first of all came into Dubai with a tourist visa, and the university did not help with this process at all. I had to go and get a tourist visa for myself. In order for me to come into university to study the course that I was studying for, there were conditions that were also there. So it was things like, one, you have to pay for a visa fee, you have to pay for your medical insurance, and you have to pay around 13% of the 51,000 dirhams. As I said, I'm not sure if these conditions have changed, but when I came into Dubai in 2019, these were the conditions that were set for me as a student. So the reason I came into Dubai with a tourist visa is because your actual visa, the residence visa or even your student visa, you always need to do medicals before it can be fully processed. You cannot ever get a residence visa in Dubai from being abroad. You have to fly in with a tourist visa, and then from your tourist visa, when you're here, you're going to cancel it and you're going to get switched to a student visa. And that was what happened to me. A rough amount of everything that I paid for medical insurance, for a student visa, I would say around 3,500 to 4,500 dirhams. I'm giving you guys this range because I'm not sure if things have changed. If I'm being very, very honest, it can be less, it can be more, but I am not sure if things have changed. But between this range, that is where the total payments are going to definitely fall into. But in terms of your medicals, you're not going to do like a lot of things. Main things that I did was just blood tests and then an x-ray scan. So they do the x-ray scan to just scan your body, to scan your health, just to make sure that you're fit and fiddle. And then the entire process from like your medical visit to your Emirates ID is actually a very quick one. For some people, it takes a month, but for me, it has usually taken 2 weeks to 3 weeks for my actual Emirates ID to come out. And back in those days, they used to give the student visa as a stamp on your passport. But right now, the UAE is trying to switch into everything becoming digitalized. So when you're done with this entire process, the only physical thing you're going to have is your Emirates ID card, while your residency permit or your residency visa is going to come in an electronic PDF format. So that was my entire journey. And I can't lie, like back then it was actually so fun. You know, when you're coming to somewhere new, it's just so interesting. It's like, wow, ooh, wow. It's even for me, like when a lot of people are like, oh my God, Dubai, Dubai, Dubai. I'm just like, because I'm used to here. Like I'm used to everything here. If you guys are wondering, okay, CHIOMA, you came into Dubai, you did all of these processes. Where did you stay? Where were you staying? When I initially moved to Dubai, my university was offering a student accommodation at Academic City. Now, Academic City is not the side of Dubai that they show you. It is a city that it's basically a desert. All of that city is just for academics. So there are a lot of universities that are there. Given the fact that that city is being developed, it's not going to look like the main part of Dubai. Like it won't be as flashy as Marina, Knowledge Village, all of those places. It will not be like that. My university has moved from Academic City to Knowledge Village right now. So we had a student accommodation there, and back then the accommodations there were like very cheap. I believe that they were around 35,000 dirhams for a full year. If you see an accommodation that is giving you 35,000 dirhams per year, you're going to praise God and you're going to move in, because rent prices right now, they are not funny at all. That was the price of accommodation then, and it was fully offered by the university. And honestly, it was very convenient for me back then because number one, there was the bus, the student bus that literally carries us to different parts of Dubai every single weekend and also weekdays. So the bus would like pick us from these accommodations and take us to places like Dubai Mall, Creative City Center, Mall of the Emirates, just any of this like main points that you could easily like, you know, go grocery shopping or go for like lunch or dinner with your friends. So that was the routine that I had from 2019 to 2020. After that period, I then moved from Academic City to the main part of Dubai. So in terms of where I stayed in Al Souq 4. It was easy for me to easily get to school. Now, if you're watching this and your university does not provide you with a student accommodation and you're like, CHIOMA, where are we going to stay? I have 3 locations that I believe are very cost effective in terms of rent, and they can also provide these type of bus dropping services that I told you that my university previously used to give us. The first location is definitely going to be Academic City. After our university moved out from there were a lot of accommodations that started opening up in academic city, especially because people started seeing the need to create accommodations that were cost effective for students. So I would definitely say first, go back to academic city, do your research around there. I'm sure you would find something. The second part is Dubai Silicon Oasis. It is a bit more expensive than academic city. It is a bit more expensive than academic city, but it has more happening around than academic city does. So in Silicon Oasis, you're able to see like a lot of places to eat. There are places for you to walk around, more buses that go around there. So if you're someone that you cannot handle being like in the desert side, like where there's nothing happening, then I would highly recommend Silicon Oasis. The third place that I would recommend is Dubai Land. So these are the top 3 places that I know that you can find affordable accommodation as a student, resident, as anybody at all in Dubai. In terms of the budget for these places, I would say budget around 55,000 to 60,000 dirhams for a full year for a studio apartment. So you can either decide to go for a studio or for a twin sharing room. So for a twin sharing room, it's going to be way more affordable than a studio. Around those rent prices, you can expect to find places like that in all these 3 places. If you guys have more questions about accommodation or all of that, be sure to leave it down in the comment section and I will definitely give you a reply. Now that we have talked about accommodation and tuition, let's move on to the documentation part of the process. So what documents do you actually need to come into Dubai as a student? In my case, when I was applying, the only exam that I actually used were my WAEC results and my JAMB results and also my high school transcript. So thank God for that, because at that time my university was not as strict as they were right now in terms of documents that you needed, but that was all that I used. So these documents that I mentioned are documents that I used for my tuition. In terms of my tourist visa, it was just my passport, and I did an application form and also my passport picture. Those were the 3 things that I used. Whenever you're watching this video, just keep in mind that this was CHIOMA's process in 2019. The processes might have differed in terms of 2024. When I applied in 2019, these were just the only things that I needed. Now I know you guys want to hear my overall take, like what has been my overall take from being a student, transitioning into working girl in Dubai, all of that. I'm sure your question is like, okay, Chioma, so what is the reality? How has it been? Would you advise students to come to Dubai? Is Dubai a good place for me to start off my career? Is Dubai a good place for education? And if I am going to be very 100% honest, I'm going to say no. And the reason why I say no is because it highly depends on the course. What kind of course are you studying in Dubai? I've said this in my previous video, but not all courses work here. There are some courses that I would say just go to a different country. For my own course, finance, it works really well in Dubai. But even with that, I also wish that I took opportunities from my university to also explore other parts of the world. So the university that I attended have this opportunity of you switching campuses either in your 2nd, 3rd, or even 4th year. So they have other universities in countries like Malaysia and even Edinburgh. So a lot of students would come into my university starting off in Dubai and then take that opportunity to transfer to other parts of the world. So if I would go back, I would have definitely used that opportunity. I would have moved. Like, I wouldn't have stayed in Dubai for as long as I did, because now that I'm thinking about it, I had that opportunity to travel. I had that opportunity to explore. I had that opportunity to take risk, and I'm so bummed that I did not take it when I had that opportunity to do it then. This video was just about me telling you guys about my experiences and how I moved to Dubai, how much it cost, what I did, and all the documents that I need. If you guys want a more detailed video that talks about the education sector in Dubai, that actually goes into details about the pros and cons of studying in Dubai as an international student, the video is linked up here. Make sure that you give that video a watch before you actually decide that you want to pursue an education or a degree in Dubai, because to be honest guys, the job market here is not the easiest, and it is built for people that have prior experiences. So just before you guys decide to move to Dubai, I always want you guys to make like an informed decision based on somebody else's insights. These are the videos that I wish knowledge that I had watched before moving here, and that is why I am making it my sole purpose right now to ensure that I spread as much information, as much knowledge, and as much experiences for anybody that is really considering Dubai as a place to live, as a place to work, or even as a place to study as a student. Thank you so much for watching my video till the end, and if you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Also, feel free to let me know what kind of video that you guys want to see more of. I'm always open to creating content that actually helps you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, and I love you all. Bye guys. Bye.